Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Strength in English. Today we are going to learn past tense. Students, let us learn English. Let us learn English in order to achieve our dreams, goals, aspirations, so as to be happy, so as to be successful in life. Students, to learn English, strengthen English will help you. So therefore, learn English and earn knowledge because English is for life. After watching the video, kindly put forth your comments. If you like it, kindly click the like icon and then you can subscribe to this channel. You can share it with your friends, relatives, students, teachers, everyone in order to learn English. Dear students, today we are going to learn past simple. In other words, we can say simple past. Simple past is very much used in our communication. Most of the things we talk in past. So therefore, today we need to understand the importance of past tense in our communication. So therefore, let us study this example. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was an Austrian musician and composer. He lived from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5 and wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He was only 35 years old when he died. So you see there in the particular paragraph you have lived, started, wrote, was, died. These words are written in bold letters. So we understand lived, started, wrote, was, died are all past simple. Very often the past simple ends in ed in the end, which we understand regular verbs. I work in a travel agency now. Before that, I worked in a department store. We invited them to our party, but they decided not to come. The police stopped me on my way home last night. Laura passed her examination because she studied very hard. You see that work, decide, stop, pass, study. In these verbs, you can take first four verbs. Work, worked, decide, decided, stop, stopped, pass, passed. So you can understand we add ed in the end. So if we add ed in the end, then we say these are regular verbs. The same time, but many verbs are irregular. That is why we have seen the previous session completely understanding about what are regular verbs and what are irregular verbs and the usage. That is why we spent the entire session to understand the regular and irregular verbs, and then we have learned the verbs from the list. So this will help us to master the past tense and any other tenses for the matter. But many verbs are irregular. The past simple does not end in ed. For example, write, wrote, see, saw, go, went, shut, shut. Okay? So for example, you take this verb wrote. Mozart wrote more than 600 pieces of music. And then see, it turns into saw in past tense. We saw Rose in town a few days ago. Went, go, went. I went to the cinema 3 times last week. Shut, shut. It was cold, so I shut the window. So here we understand the simple past does not end in ed. Therefore, these verbs are known as irregular verbs. Now we need to understand how we need to use simple past in questions and negatives. In questions and negatives, we use did or didn't plus infinitive, that is enjoy, see, go, etc. For example, I enjoyed. How can we write I enjoyed in question? Did you enjoy? Negative, I didn't enjoy. The same way, she saw. Did she see? That is a question. Negative, she didn't see. They went. Did they go? They didn't go. So therefore, we need to write in this manner in questions and negatives. For example, did you go out last night? Yes, I went to the cinema, but I didn't enjoy the film much. When did Mr. Thomas die? About 10 years ago. They didn't invite her to the party, so she didn't go. Did you have time to write the letter? No, I didn't. You see how beautifully these verbs are used in interrogative sentences. We can say in questions and negative sentences. So therefore, in the following examples, do is the main verb in the sentence. Okay, do is the main verb in the sentence. For example, what did you do at the weekend? What did you do at the weekend? I didn't do anything. You see, in these sentences, do is the main verb. The previous sentences, do took the form of did in the past tense. It resembled as auxiliary verb, helping verb, etc. Students, another thing we must understand, the past of be. The past of be, it is written in present tense and is are. Past tense, the past of be is was and were. I was, I wasn't. He was, he wasn't. She was, she wasn't. It was, it wasn't. Was I? Was he? Was she? Was it? But when it comes to the next one, we were, we weren't. You were, you weren't. They were, they weren't. Were we? Were you? Were they? Etc. Note what we need to note. Note that we do not use did in negatives and questions with was and were. That is very important, my dear students. That is why we have given few examples. I was angry because they were late. Was the weather good when you were on holiday? They weren't able to come because they were so busy. Did you go out last night or were you too tired? You see how beautifully used. So therefore, we need to note that we do not use did in negatives and questions with was and were. Dear students, it is time for exercise. I hope that you all have learned the lesson properly. Now let us get ready for the exercise. Students, here we have 11.1. Read what Laura says about a typical working day. Okay? Read what Laura says about a typical working day. So here we need to understand the speech of Laura. What did Laura say? Accordingly, we need to write the answer, because yesterday was a typical working day for Laura. Write what she did or didn't do yesterday. Okay, so here only first sentence was done. She got up at 7 o'clock. Okay, so you need to read the passage properly, understand accordingly. You need to write all the sentences in simple past. Okay, students. Students, this is one of the most beautiful exercises. Complete the sentences using the following verbs in the correct form: buy, catch, cost, fall, hurt, sell, spend, teach, throw, write. Okay, so you need to use these verbs. Before that, you need to read the sentence, understand it, which verb will fit into this particular context. Accordingly, you write the past form of the particular verb. Okay, yes, students. Students, here we have 11.3. You ask James about his holiday. Write your questions. So here it is in a dialogue form. Okay, so you ask James about his holiday. You write your questions. So accordingly, you see that as if you are really asking James. Accordingly, you need to write the questions. Students, here we have 11.4. Complete the sentences. Put the verb into the correct form, positive or negative. Okay, the end of every sentence you have a verb. So therefore you can make use of the verb. What they say, put the verb into the correct form, positive or negative. Accordingly, you need to understand. Accordingly, you need to write. Okay, students, the first one, it was warm, so I took off my coat. The film wasn't very good. I didn't enjoy it very much. So you need to read it, understand the context. Accordingly, you need to write the proper answer. Dear students, it is time for checking your answers. I hope that all of you have completed. Those who are still remaining, you can complete it quickly, my dear students. Okay, now we proceed here. Students, here you have got answer key. You can check your answers now. I believe that all of you have written well because this is simple past tense. So therefore, I believe that all of you have written well. Best wishes to you. At the same time, in case if you have made any simple or silly mistakes, kindly rectify it. Okay, kindly understand the context, so therefore it is not repeated again. You see that you used proper punctuation, very important, whether it is full stop or question mark in the end, whatever it is, just kindly see to it, my dear students. Okay, very nice, very nice. Success comes to those who really work hard with full interest and zeal. Okay, students, very nice, very nice, very glad. Obviously, my dear students, it is all about the future. What we are doing today, it is completely for the present as well as for the future. So therefore, let us build it. So dear students, always ask yourself that whatever you learn, you need to put into practice. I hope that all of you are talking in English. Okay, nowadays you are, because since you are learning every day, I believe that you all put into practice. I hope that you started talking with your friends in English, students, teachers, the family, people, family, friends, and relatives, those who know English, to whom everyone, whomsoever knows English, you try to talk with them. I believe that. Okay, keep it up because education is a passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. So therefore, let us prepare it firmly. So therefore, we have better today and the best tomorrow. Thank you so much, students. Thank you so much for attending the session and learning and making it a part of your life. So at the same time, let us also promote this particular learning to the students, teachers, friends and relatives, everyone, those who are really in need of learning. Okay, because formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. So kindly put forth your comments after watching this video, and then you can, if you like it really, you can click the like icon, and then you can subscribe to this channel, and then you can share, and you can also invite and tell your friends to subscribe to this channel. So therefore the platform which we have created for the better learning and better teaching can be envisioned to others every time. Thank you so much, students. God bless everyone.